You are tuned in to Major Wise. We are here now with Antonio Royce. That was his wife. Son of a fuck. I don't care what to hear. You just see that. Man. Oh, hold on. This round. My name is No, that ain't her. My bad. I thought it was the other girl that say my name is Gary and my Gary. Pretty as a picture. Yeah, that ain't her. You know Gary out there moving you love so much. Woo! She is. She working hard today. She knows she doing. I did my part that I was like, everybody got a responsibility and that's the job. And I'm in that. That's what I'm gonna make you see my teeth off right there. Period. Right. It's important. Don't be in the video. But let me see my teeth bones. That's what I would do that. I mean, shoot it too, but yeah, but what I'm talking about. People want to make you die like that. You think something else of another. So listen, guys, we are going to be talking to Mr. Warren for the day about his great show. We're going to be talking about this. Yo, I just told you. You never know we took about a picture of you by yourself. Yes, everybody. You videos, everybody else. Pictures, everybody else. And maybe his function. Everything's my function. I feel a lot of her. She took it, but help, it's not, you know, I got to get the of your daughter telling me that thing. No, I your grandbaby. Why? Shoot. Yes, of course, period. What's up? My stomach getting full. Hello. Hello. Y'all ladies doing that. Right. It's Friday, baby. It's hard, baby. I like that. Yeah. I like that. I didn't even say it was really good. I thought about that too this morning. I love that. Yeah, it's hard to get. You made it. You got this like you made it. You got this like you made it. Being white. Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody. Yourself. Like it. I think one of the best conferences sometimes you have to encourage yourself. I love it. I still listen to that song. And it's all right to speak victory. Yes. Doing. Yes. But you have to. Yeah, you got to know what it is. Yeah, I want you to hear something that happened while you were over to the bookstore. Okay. I mean, it's going to take just a second. Okay. It's the technological side of the station.
Hey.
Period! You gotta do the South America. When you say technical, I knew I was out.
Everybody got their lane.
That's what
If we stick to what we are doing, you can open up a whole.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, let's go back again. Hey, y'all. It's your girl Jam.
And it's misunderstood.
And
We got another guest.
That's right. Now we have Mr. Antonio Royston with the Fresh Start LLC Consulting. Wait, Fresh Start Consulting LLC.
That's
I chopped this.
Yeah, I was chopping with you too, like the whole ninja movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
but we have got a great guest in here today, a hardworking individual for the community.
Absolutely.
And we were talking about speaking positively to yourself and about speaking positively about your situation.
Yes.
And he got ready to say something that was profound.
Right.
And we were like, hold up. Jam was like, burp, burp, mash the button.
Right.
So I mashed the button.
Right. And now you go on, Mr. Royston.
Man, I don't know what these ladies talking about. One thing about me, I speak from the heart. So when it come out and it's gone.
Yeah,
you know,
I understand.
But honestly, though, we just have to tap more into ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
We be talking about loving others, but we have to love ourselves.
Absolutely.
You have to.
You got to go through that to learn that.
Yeah.
Just wake up and figuring that out.
No.
You got to go through something.
Yeah.
Give grace to yourself.
Give grace.
Why don't we do that? Why we don't give grace to ourselves?
We so focused on everyone else.
It's just, gosh, like we can say, okay, she did this, she did, he did, they did. And we can open it up and give grace to them. But if you do yourself, you do not give yourself grace.
Mm-hmm.
You constantly bring it up on your own self. Why is that? Because I'm talking to myself.
That was me a while ago. I had to cry out to God.
Because what I was going to say was, it's primarily because we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Mm-hmm.
And in the spirit that knows who Jamaica was going to be.
Yeah.
I got to keep that from happening.
Right.
I don't care how much you encourage somebody else. I bet you better not try to encourage yourself.
Right.
So we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And we primarily use that to justify other people because that keeps me out of prison. I know I'm wrestling not against a flesh and blood individual. I know it's a spiritual thing. But when it comes to self, it's harder to see yourself wrestling spiritually in that light.
Yeah.
You want to believe you got it together. You want to believe that what you're saying to other people, you practicing for yourself.
Yeah.
But in reality, the enemy is going to always attempt to make us feel less than so we can not truly become who God intends for us to be.
Right. Very much.
Not even, no matter how deep in the word you are in, no matter how close to God you are in, like that's going to come. The enemy's job is to come attack you when you think you are at your best.
Period.
So you have to stay guarded.
Yes.
And if you don't stay guarded, it leaves you open to anything that can come.
Yes.
Like the Bible says, going to be many trials.
Yes.
You can't avoid those. I just better have God on my side so the trials can
go. And then I heard a minister say years ago at a Women of Excellence conference in New Orleans, Louisiana. She said, the bigger your level, the bigger your devil. She said, the more God is going to elevate you, the more the attack is going to fit that element of where you are. So when you're selling newspapers on the side of the street, your biggest element or enemy might be a car coming by and splashing water on you. But when you are CEO of a multi-million-dollar organization, it's more hands and knives out there than you can almost handle by yourself. You got to have a hedge around you.
Got to. Important.
See, we so human.
Yeah.
We think tests end when we get through high school and college. Tests come every day.
Every day.
It's on us to study these tests.
Absolutely.
Once we understand that these issues and these things that be coming towards us, and we think it's just meant the enemy just chasing us. No, they're just tests. So we have to study these tests and learn from these tests and grow through these tests and become better at handling these tests.
Or you'll get that same test over and over and over again. You'll catch him in another boyfriend. You'll catch it at your next job. You'll catch it in your next vehicle. Whatever it is you ain't learning.
That sounds like running activity.
Yeah, I know, right?
Running from one thing to another.
Exactly.
You can beat it, but no, it's going to still be there because you ain't still
you won't stand there and go ahead and knock that thing out real quick.
Yep. It's that same, like you say, I think it's Jamal Bryant's wife. She said, that's why you date the same man. Because you got that same spirit. It's just in a different person each time that attracts you to that person. And that's why you do this. And that goes for men and for women. And like what y'all just said,
it's in everything though. It goes, you'll pick the same kind of job. You'll be around the same kind of people.
Comfort zone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're scared to move out of the comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Because it's uncomfortable. Let me dive back into this comfort. And then you realize, like, hey, I'm stuck. I am dating the same person or doing the same thing. But we have a problem as humans. And I used to preach it and be like, hey, it's okay to be alone for a little while. Until I actually sat alone for a little while. I'm like, I don't like this.
Right.
This is very uncomfortable. I don't like this feeling. But honestly, God will put you on your knees. He'll put you on your knees until you get there and realize, okay, hey, it's you I need to lock in with to get an understanding on everything else. You'll still be in that same cycle. So we have a lot of healing to do as human beings.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like that.
Now,
it all ties into one.
I'm glad you said that because here we go. We finna segue. You ready?
Come on here.
It all ties into one. And we have to do a whole lot of healing and getting ourselves together. And with every healing comes a fresh start. So with the fresh start,
and then, you know what? You wearing a hat too.
Come on. With the Fresh Start Consulting Group. Talk to us and tell us what that is.
Oh, we are Fresh Start.
Okay.
It's open conversation. And the reason it's a group because it's really not about me.
Okay.
My expertise I love to talk about is money management or taking that first step. And a lot of times we need somebody to walk arms with us. Walk with us.
Absolutely.
Just like the gym, we get more motivated.
We got a team. Yeah.
And a lot of times we need that help. So Fresh Start is about all of that. And the people that are on the team, which shout out to my mentor, Mr. GB, who I would love to have on the show one day soon.
Yeah. We told you, we said that. Yeah. He's coming.
I got to catch him.
If he's busy as you are, definitely got to put a net out.
But he's special. Especially, he really helped me over so many mountains and allowed me to express myself. See, a lot of times we go talk to people, not being direct with them and let them know, hey, I just need you to listen. Because everybody want to come with a response. Oh, I feel bad for you. Let me hug you. Oh, it's going to be okay. Don't tell me it's going to be okay right now. Just sit back and listen to me. And a lot of times we don't have that. And when he sat back and listened, he taught me how to listen. And honestly, a good therapist does what? Listens. Okay, so that's what we got to stick with. And that's what Fresh Start is about. It's just about love. It's about guidance. It's about upcoming new things and new adventures that you want, but in your mind it's telling you no, but I'm here to cheer you on and tell you yes. So it's about having an accountability partner. Okay. But you got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ain't ready for that.
Very true.
I don't have time to waste when they reach out to me because my time is very precious.
Exactly.
I love my family time. And watch this, y'all. I love my me time.
Come on now.
So don't waste my time.
Right.
So, you know, and with me,
my me time is important.
It's not important. Right?
Yes, Lord.
I understand that it's hard times. So I'm about donation, but you're going to donate something. Why? Because you ain't going to waste my time.
Absolutely.
So if you don't take this knowledge, or I'm going to say beautiful knowledge, because it's about life experiences, right? Are we learning from our life experiences? So let's pass that on to the next person.
Absolutely.
And it's just about, let's come together and hug and love. So
hug and love, Gail. Hug and love.
Wait till we're muted.
She's not a hugger. I am. I was trying to hug all the time. She's like,
it's okay. Hey, let's hug again. You never know who need a hug.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah,
don't mute us.
Shout out to the men who hug.
Absolutely.
Shout out to
right. They're not afraid to express themselves. They let you know that they're vulnerable in this time. Or
yes, Lord.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because so many people, not just me.
Right.
So many people are afraid to be vulnerable right now. We were just talking about that with the doctor. People go to the doctor and lie. How you doing today? I'm all right.
I'm all right.
What you come here for?
How they gonna help you?
Yeah.
And if you don't know
and
what
it's the same with the consult. It's the same with what you're offering. It's the same with what you're willing to do right now. If a person is not willing to actually tell you what it is, y'all just sitting there looking at each other. Because you're designed to listen, but you got to have something to listen to. And I don't need you to tell me the same thing over and over again in 6 different ways.
Amen to that. I like that.
We got to recharge too, though. My favorite thing to say is every coach needs a coach.
Absolutely.
Every mentor needs a mentor. It's a beautiful thing my mentor said to me. He said, man, you've been my mentor lately. I said, man, what I'm learning from you. As you learn from God. You know what I'm saying? So,
but we all learning.
We all learn.
We all learning.
If you stop learning, then that means God ain't
one of the biggest stories in the Bible for me, and it helped me as God was growing me, was He hired some at the beginning of the day. And you know how the story goes: midday, evening, late night.
That's right.
He ended up hiring 2 hours before the shift was over.
Yep.
But everybody got the same amount of pay. So when He dispersed knowledge, I'm gonna count them dollars as knowledge right now.
Right.
When He dispersed that knowledge, you might have been serving Him 60 years.
Correct.
But He blessed me at 2.
Right.
With that same thing. I appreciate the fact that you've had 60 years of experience in that, but don't you knock my 2.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, because you don't know what that 2 for me entailed.
Yep.
See, we got to be okay with getting knowledge from any and everyone. Watch this, but it's on us to filter that knowledge that's given to us to receive what we need out of that. You could have spoke for a whole hour, but that one thing, and that happened to me when I was young. The one thing that entrepreneur said was growth is doing what's uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable. It stuck with me since my children were in the 3rd grade. Shout out to the principal. I'm talking about, say, hey, can you come to this tonight? I don't really want to because I'm young. I just want to go out here and just live a little bit. I'll come. But that one thing has stuck with me all these years. And it's true. It's very uncomfortable to do things that you need to do, but you don't want to do.
But you don't want to do.
You know?
Exercise.
Come on now.
Eat right.
Eat right.
You can stay all right there.
Yeah.
I like to eat.
Yeah. Who?
I like to eat.
Who?
I exercise to eat.
Who? One of my favorite scriptures. Rise, Peter. Slay and eat. One of my favorites. I absolutely believe he was talking to me.
Tony.
Yes. But you got to be willing for a challenge in life, though.
Yes.
And Fresh Start is about that, too. Like, if you're not willing to be challenged, then it's not the place for you to reach out. It's not.
You got to be willing to be open for the new. Because if you're not open for the new, you closed in with the old, then what's going to happen?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Life isn't easy.
It is not. But you got to be open. One of my favorite stories in the Bible is Jonah and the whale. God said, you go over there to this town and you preach. Jonah said, I don't want to do that. You ain't going to tell me. I got a whole attitude, but I'm going to preach. This is what he told me to say, and I'm done with y'all because I don't like you anyway.
And I'm gone.
Then took his little high blood pressure self and went and sat on the side on the beach because he got a whole attitude. You know, his blood pressure was high. Right. But then you get swallowed up by a whale. But the thing about him not being swallowed up and eaten and him going into the digestive area is because God wanted you to sit there and I want you to focus. And look in this whale mouth that ain't nothing in here but water. But I want you to see and understand that I am God. So sometimes God has to chastise us.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you be sitting up in the whale mouth, not even realizing it. So he wasn't in there. And now, he got a whole attitude. Now I'm hungry. I don't want this when he's swallowing up. And imagine how long he sat in there. And he had to think about what he was supposed to do. When all you had to do was just say what God said to say to the people. And then go on about your merry way. Then you could have got everything great. And but see, this is why I always tell, God does not do confusion. He don't work in chaos. He is and will not be mocked. So if he told you to do something, it's best that you go on and do it. Or you be sitting in somebody's whale mouth.
Oh, Lord.
And you just sitting in there, not knowing what's going on. But see, as Fresh Start is saying now, and consulting for everybody, because we listen and we don't judge.
We don't judge.
And that's what we need. And people, let me tell you what she said. Girl, she still sleep on her baby daddy, but she got a boyfriend.
But why are we talking
about that?
Right. So then people really
you missed the part of what she said. She ain't got no food in the house. You missed that part.
Yeah. But we have to challenge our friends, though. Right. We have to challenge the people who may come to you with this. Right. Honestly, why are we talking? Make them feel low for a minute. And then they won't bring that to you.
Oh, you mean like you did?
Woo! Baby, set it off.
Oh, you mean like that time you...
And I had to come on.
A whole attitude.
Because it's not like any of us have walked on the straight and narrow.
Right.
Come on now.
Everybody done bent the broke.
What's that?
Everybody done bent it.
Everybody have.
You ain't had to break the law, but if you bent it, baby, it's just as bad.
Correct. And that's what I'm saying.
Let me hit you with some of these fresh start notes, though.
Woo.
Being too comfortable will cripple you. It'll also cause you to give excuses to yourself. If you're not putting any effort or action into what you are saying, then you are just talking. We call that talking cheap. It's easy to remain the same. How easy you ask? You don't have to do anything. We place demands on others, but make excuses for ourselves. So make that make sense.
Yes, Lord.
Communication keep things alive. And like you said, when you communicate, you open up. And then that opens up the whole room. Real people aren't perfect, and perfect people aren't real.
Absolutely.
Stop spending money you don't have when you're using things that you need. So the thing is, if you don't have it, let's start registering that and then reach out to what you can get to get it.
Yes.
You know, that's really on us.
Yes.
And guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life. It's not from inside out, it's from outside in.
Yeah.
So we just have to really just sit back and focus on ourselves. We don't like to do self-awareness.
Absolutely.
And honestly, we all know what our main issues are that we need to correct. So let's stop pointing so much.
But that's exactly why the pointing happens.
Let me get it off me. I don't want to talk about me. Let me get it away from me.
Let me deviate.
Let's talk about me. You know, let's talk about the person over there who's posting something on Facebook. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
If you X that stuff out, you make more time to check you.
Check yourself.
And that's how you get better with self-check.
Yes.
Stop running from you.
Come on now.
Hear me? Because you're going to be everywhere you go.
Come on now.
Listen, we're going to step out real quick and we're going to check a couple of commercials.
Who want your birth certificate? As Gail say.
Yeah. We're going to check out real quick, pay a couple of bills, and we're going to come right back. We're going to talk more with Antonio Rasta and Fresh Start LLC right here at RWR Live 365. You're listening to Radio Reimagined.
Y'all better tune in to the culture.
You hear me?
Damn. Okay.
Hustles and chains.
Yeah,
Still double down,
beats.
calling us some slaves.
It's just
Atlanta
like,
was
I
the
don't
mecca,
know.
building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second. Let me put y'all on.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl Jam.
And Misunderstood.
And welcome back. We got Mr. Antonio Royster in the
house. Yes.
Damn.
And he is talking to us about the Fresh Start Consulting Group.
Fresh start.
And if you don't know what it is an opportunity to release. It is a place where you can let your ball hair down. That's talking to myself.
Ball scallywag.
Yes. I can let this down.
Yeah, because
And
they,
be real.
Antonio and his team listen and they don't judge.
That's right.
Yes, it's the opportunity
It's the
to
opportunity.
really have an ear
I
for
think people are
someone
leaning
to
more towards
listen,
that when you're
not
trying to help
judge,
people
and give you
saying we
the
listen, we
life
don't judge.
experience that they have.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
don't you hate it to go and
Yeah.
talk to somebody about something and they just, you talking to somebody that don't have a clue about what you're talking about. You can't talk to a single person about divorce.
No marriage.
Talk about it.
You can't talk to a barren woman about childbirth.
Right. Because
You can't talk to a mother about being barren.
Yeah.
It's just certain things that are not gonna relate or equate. And so when you can get to a place and just have somebody listen and not try to give you their opinion about a subject that they may know nothing about,
That's right.
but give you the opportunity to release and unload, that is so important
We call it
today.
venting.
Yes.
But here's the thing, though, Fresh Start Consulting Group is not about fixing your problem. We would like to guide you and give you the proper tools for you to work yourself.
They're listening,
Self-work.
not judging.
Yes, you have to do the self-work. So we're here to guide you and all that and give you the biggest hug ever, because we all do.
All right. You
A
heard it.
hug.
Okay, we ain't gonna worry about that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Thank you, Antonio.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, yay. Oh, yay. That's why I'm over here.
I think Gail, when she did her 15th tour, because she was in the military, she was over there doing all that. She don't want to like to hug anymore. You know,
Oh,
y'all
thank
stay
you.
over there. See,
No, thank
I'm
you.
gonna catch you off guard.
that's what I do.
No, thank you.
Right. And that, like during the snowstorm that we had snow. You heard us in Pensacola. So after that, she saw me. We hadn't seen each other all that week. So she saw me that Monday. She was like, "Oh," she gave me a hug. So excited. I'm still holding that hug too.
Hugs and love.
I hadn't seen
Yes. So let me ask you something. How can they get in touch with you so they want to get into this fresh start?
Oh, you know, everybody loves social media. So, of course, you can catch me at Antonio Royster on social media. But you can also reach me anytime before 5. Notice I
One more
said that.
time. One more time to the people in the
Anytime
back.
before 5
There
p.m.
you go.
813-210-7711. I just want to see people grow.
Yes.
I know the struggle it was for me to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I thought I had grew, I was like,
Oh,
dang, I got
come
a lot
on.
more growing. And now that
Right.
I'm growing, I'm like, I still got a lot more growing. So I try
Woo.
to surround myself around people who want to challenge me. And I know challenging is very hard for us humans,
Yeah.
but it's so needed to go to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go to the next level, and I want others to go to the next level.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's what it is.
Absolutely.
Big shout out to Michelle again. She
Yes.
has an event tonight.
Absolutely.
She has an
You
event
know,
tonight?
Yes, she do. And she's in the streets at 5:30. She is here to listen and help. But she's one of the ones I've been mentoring since May. And to watch her hit the ground running, it just gives me chills. It gives me great energy. Big chase of the Lord, you know, and big chase of goals. And that's all we can want and wish for.
Yeah.
And we just have to continuously work at it. You know why? Because I rent and do every day.
Oh,
For our mental,
yes.
for our emotions, for our
Yes.
physical, it's due
Absolutely.
every day.
Absolutely.
One more time for the people in the back that didn't hear it.
And tell us that number where they can contact you at before 5 p.m. Don't play with y'all.
The co-host for the Sunday Drive. I want to remind you to take RWR Live 365 everywhere you go by downloading the mobile app from Google Play or the Apple Store.
Hey,
Listen to your favorites on the go.
He answers the phone and you don't say Antonio, hang up. Hang up, sis. The wrong
Real
number.
quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Send a text. And you can text you too.
Yes.
On that too.
But one of the people on our team, man, which is GB, he specializes in the process of helping men, relationships, don't go get words and advice from someone who hasn't been through anything in a relationship. The ones who paint this picture like it's A-okay, because there's not one relationship in this world that's 100% okay.
Yeah.
Everybody go through their things.
Opposites
attract.
Yeah,
You know what they say?
absolutely.
So you're going to bump heads from time to time. It's how you deal with that, how you handle it.
Absolutely.
So you don't want to get amongst someone who can sit back and listen to you. So if you got any relationship issue, don't come to tone. That's not my lane. And even though I have some experience in that lane, 25 years worth of experience.
Come on.
Wow.
And that was just about 2 weeks ago, our friendship of 25 years.
Yeah.
But my lane is finances and money management. And I love the men and the young men too. I love talking about parenting and co-parenting.
Yes.
Because we got a struggle in the community with co-parenting.
Yes, we
got a lot of
the pride on one or the other end is breaking these children.
It's a lot of blended families also.
It is. But we have to take time to really listen to these kids.
We do.
We need a safe space.
Yes.
My safe space in my house is called the porch.
Okay.
When we go to the porch, I won't hold nothing against you. I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah.
Anything I need you to lay it out, and I won't bring it back up.
Yeah.
And the only time we have to get somebody involved, if you're talking about suicide, it's something strong like that, we got to go a little further.
Yeah.
This is our safe space, and I created that for me and my son, but it actually works for my lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I encourage everyone to get a safe space. I don't care where they, man, we need to go to the front porch.
Yeah.
Man, we need to get in the car and take a ride.
Yes.
We might need to walk.
Yes.
Mine is the porch.
Yeah.
My son would be like, say, you need a porch? He'd be like, yeah. Okay, let's go outside.
Yeah.
And he'll shock me with some things.
Yeah.
But I've been able to help him by him knowing I'm not going to tear you down.
Yeah.
And that's going to tell you running telling your mama.
And that's a huge thing to know that it's a total safe space.
It is.
Not only am I not going to tear you down, I won't repeat it.
Right.
I'm not going to give it over to somebody else.
That's just breaking out really our black community.
Yes.
I tell you, you go tell your main squeeze, your main squeeze, tell they main squeeze, and it circulates. And you're like, dang, how all these folks know?
It's the main squeeze.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell one person I know where it came
telling
from.
somebody something and their significant other come back and tell you about what you thought you said in private.
Talk about it.
Oh, that is nothing.
We call that pillow talking.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
The pillow, right. The pillow talk. Sorry. The pillow talk. You keep it over. The pillow talk is for pillow. You and when I was married, that was the best thing for me. I loved that.
Yeah.
When it was time to come home, we laying down. Come here. Let's talk. And that's when I was able to release, because he might ask me in the kitchen, how was your day? And I'll say, oh, it was good. But really and truly, I'm just waiting on one of the kids walk out. Right. So then when he come in the room, I'll just go in the room. He can say, so what you were saying? Or I can say, let me tell you something. My day was horrible. And that was a good time. Like you say, that space. Let's go to the porch.
Yeah.
So when I want to talk, I call Gail and she'll say, I'm on my way to pick you up.
That's right.
And that's how I talk.
You got to figure it out.
Right. In the vehicle.
Right. But listen, with the pillow talk though, it's important that, especially men, because I focus on the men.
As you should.
You can't pillow talk with your significant other about what you and your brothers are talking about, because if it's not good, then your significant other will start looking at you a little weird and crazy, and that breaks the bond. So same as women, some things
we were raised with so many sayings that really don't hold water. Birds of a feather flock together. Not necessarily so.
No, that's true.
You're not gonna lump me off into everything.
Sometimes.
No, you ain't gonna lump me off into everything.
Gail.
Period.
Well, I like that. She put a dot right there.
Don't play with her.
Yeah, period. You're not gonna know.
On point.
And in that light,
that light, when she said that means she mean for real.
in that light, though, when significant others do that, what are you saying about your partner?
Yes.
So you I'm with you. I don't care what they doing. My moral system, my character, who I am as an individual is going to separate me from some of that behavior.
Right.
I might throw my hands up in the air and dance, but you ain't got to worry about me twerking. I got bad knees. You know this.
Not gonna do this.
So you got to know who you with.
But if the knees were good, you'd be twerking.
She'll be twerking.
Bending.
Oh, okay.
Bending.
It's a no for me.
But coming home. but coming home.
Yep, coming home.
And so in that, like,
after that.
when you're pillow talking, when you sharing with
Right.
somebody else,
It's the pillow.
you got to know how much you can say.
Right.
Because if I tell you so and so cheating, I don't need you starting with me now.
That's right. That's right.
I'm talking about
Oh,
her.
so you be hanging with
That's
her
right.
or hanging with him. So you doing that.
There's got to be a point where you just understand, so
Yep.
she ain't healed over such and such yet.
Right.
Oh, he still ain't got over the fact that his mama didn't raise him yet. It's different reasons. It's different.
Are you hanging out with them tonight? Well, I remember you told me that.
Yep.
You know, it's too much.
So that's what you're doing now.
So
And so now you've given a precursor
That's it.
for confusion in your home.
So people ain't gonna like me for this, so I'm gonna drop it anyway.
Come on.
Go ahead.
That's why I'm big on people not going through your significant other's phones or
Come
each
on,
other's phone.
Mhm.
Reason why? My friend hit me up and tell me something real, something personal, something he's going through, something he's ashamed of, something that's bothering him. But you all in my phone.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you seeing this.
Yeah.
Oh, so he been going to the hospital. He been sick.
Mhm.
Where you get this from? What you got going on?
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
You know.
Because honestly, in a relationship, there has to be trust. If it's
Yeah,
not trust,
absolutely.
you're in the wrong
You're in the
relationship.
wrong relationship.
So
Yes.
you need
Pack your
to
bags.
stand 2 feet, 10 toes down, and not come out of that zone.
Yes.
For real.
In my
A guy,
Come on.
this was so many years ago. I want to date it. I want to say it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, you look 30. And it
I
was
like
30
how you
years
lie
ago.
to me,
I'm gonna say
girl.
28.
Yeah, you know what I'm
You
saying?
know, yeah, we know our
Period. She didn't
things.
forget what she soon
I
say.
know, right? But
No, this boy told me
we
once.
gotta watch girl though, because she might pick up on the young boys because she look young.
I told her.
Oh, pineapples, I'm putting them down. You never get a PlayStation 5 out of my phone.
Yeah, if I
Okay.
see you by PlayStation 5, I'm gonna say, sis, you out there. Move
Out
out.
your bed.
Come here.
But listen, I wanted to say, this guy told me once, he said, listen, I was young too, but he had to be about 30 years ago. And we were talking about this girl. He was dating 2 women. I was one.
Mhm.
And we were talking about the other girl and how she was so jealous and she would follow us places. And I didn't care what him and her had going on.
Right.
But she did. And one day he said, you know why she always find what she looking for? He said, anybody that go digging for a booger gonna always find what they looking for.
100%.
So when you looking for something,
You will find.
you will find something to keep that going for you.
That's my grandma.
We both fully understood that we were going to the movies with him, that we were both going out to dinner with him, that we were both, I was sizing him up to see if he was husband material. I don't know what she was doing. But at the same light, certain sizing you don't do till after you get married, and it'll keep you from behaving a certain way.
That's right.
But anyway, back to the point.
Back to the point.
She constantly looked and followed and looked for information about it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're going to find what you're looking for,
You are.
especially when you already know the answer.
Mhm.
Now how you gonna react?
You
know the
already
answer.
know the answer before you start looking.
Mhm.
You already know 3 times 2 is 6.
That you know.
I don't care if you do that 4 plus 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2, 5 plus 1. I don't care how you get
right.
back there. It's still 6.
Yeah, and now you're bringing all this pain and drama on yourself.
On yourself.
Especially when you know what time it was.
When you knew,
You
what
know.
you did was
You know.
you know what you did was you conceded.
Mm-hmm.
You placed yourself in a position you
'Cause I
were
can
not
take him back.
comfortable with,
And I can take him.
hoping you could get comfortable in it.
Right.
But you can't lay down on a cactus and expect to get comfortable. If it pricks you once, it'll prick you 1,000 times. Whatever you feel is what you feel. So
It's what you
can't-
feel, America.
Yeah, and you can't make yourself be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation.
Uncomfortable
All you're
situation.
doing is prolonging the inevitable
That's it. It's
and
temporary.
destroying yourself.
That's right.
Very temporary.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
bless his name.
Well, I want to say this. I'm very grateful that Fresh started.
Absolutely.
Because somehow I done released something today.
Fresh Start is my baby. You know, Fresh Start was created, I think, 2 years ago, right?
Okay.
So, you know, you have to walk this thing. People be thinking you start a business and it's just supposed to pop. But it's times you step away to get yourself right, because how I'm going to pour out if I'm not filled
Right.
up?
Exactly.
You know, and it's times I got to get refilled. It's times I
Exactly.
have to step back. So we have to
Exactly.
realize that about ourselves too.
Absolutely.
Stop giving so much of you
Mhm.
to everyone else but you.
Right. And you are so drained. You can't figure out why you just, You're dry.
Let me help you
I'm
understand.
parched.
Right.
Right. I'm parched.
Right.
TD
Well,
Jakes,
also,
TD Jakes, when helping you is hurting me, you can help to the point you hurt.
You hurt.
But those that you help, they don't know.
They don't know it.
But it's uncomfortable to speak your truth. You know what I'm saying? It's very uncomfortable to speak your truth.
True.
It ain't uncomfortable for me because I had to do some grooming on myself. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather get it out than become sick holding it in.
That's
and
what
I
happens.
don't have that kind of time anymore because what they say, time is short, right?
Babe, come on.
You know,
It
so
used to be saying
filled with swift transition.
Gone today and no,
Here today, gone tomorrow.
No,
Here today, gone today.
the world changing. We need to change with it.
Absolutely.
Hey, if technology is upgraded, we have to upgrade
Upgrade
or we
with
get left
it.
behind.
Who over 50 learning how to cut them?
Come on.
Who over 50 in here learning how to work these controls?
Come on
Who?
here. And she's doing amazing. And she's
You
not.
better come on, let me, boy.
Come on.
Come on. I'm going to call AR.
She just want a little attention.
She just little tight you.
You feel me?
28 and a half. Maybe 30.
Come on.
Man, I need to see your ID. You
But
did not
listen,
purchase this.
Real talk. How, besides the number, you said Facebook as well.
Yes.
So can they book an appointment? Are they booking a consulting session?
They better book an appointment.
Come on.
My time is very limited.
Come on.
Yes.
And because you have other businesses too.
Yes, but I do have other businesses, but this is like the primary. I run a group home every day.
Okay.
You know, so that's my love. It's something about the elders that makes me smile. You know, I got a few of them running around there. I just look at them sometimes and be like, all right, that might be me later on. You know? So I want to love on them the same way I want to be loved on when I get old.
Absolutely.
So we should all think about that.
Absolutely.
With our day-to-day lives.
Absolutely.
I'm also in the community. I'm heavy in the community this year. I have so many things lined up. When it comes down to community events, I'm looking for partnerships, people who are serious and ready to do their part.
Come on,
not
with
to
the
put
their
it
part.
all on one person.
Come on.
We to do this together.
One time in the other mic.
Oh man, we have to do this together. So do your part. But it's so much for the community that needs to be done. The first community event that's coming up for me this month is on the 23rd at 1216 North. Shout out to Tommy and Tracy.
Tommy and Tracy.
For opening up their doors for this much needed thing. And the outlet is back. It's for men and young men. We have our men's sessions. We have our young men's sessions. But I feel like this one needs to come together. The young men need to see grown men be able to communicate, to be able to converse with one another, see how we handle things and what we go through. And I really think that's important for the young people to have some guys and see that.
I love that. So what time is that event going to be? It's
from 2 to 4, February 23rd at 1216 North, from 2 to 4. I will be feeding the young men. It don't matter how many come, they will be fed.
They're going to eat.
They're going to eat. There ain't nothing better. No better way than fellowshipping, conversing over food.
So do you need any ushers?
Well, see, the thing about that is the ushers usually do come in a woman frame.
They come in a woman frame.
You know, and actually shout out to Moby, you know, God rest his soul. You know, when I started this outlet in 2019, he opened up his doors. And I wanted people to support the business when we use their facility. Moby looked at me, he said, man, go have me some food, go over to Barnes, and we're gonna cook for these brothers.
Oh wow.
That's the game changer. And that changed my mindset on things. You know what I'm saying? That we might can't do it all the time, but yeah, we're gonna rock like that. So we honor Remote B. Shout out to James Royster Jr. Who always wanted to see everybody win. Too much. Too much. But that's what it's about.
You want everybody to win.
You want everybody to win. And I feel the same, but you have to want it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you do book the consultation, you know, I need to know if you want it to. And be okay with if things are not progressing. I'm not here to just take no money. I want to go dive in with somebody who wants it. So I'm gonna have to exit you left.
Yes.
So you get your mind right saying, hey, I'm willing to
Come on now.
sacrifice.
Don't be that person. He exit left.
You can't call Alcoholics Anonymous from the liquor store.
Right.
If you don't know me by now.
Come on now.
You better come on.
Come on.
But listen, with that being said, we are super excited and thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today.
Come on. It's okay to not be okay.
Yes.
It's the fourth Monday.
Okay.
RWR Live 365.
Not
the
the
next
third
generation.
Monday. So I had to slide that out there.
Slide it.
Okay.
Tap in with Jamaica. She'll put you on game.
Yeah, tap.
Yeah.
Tap. And I'm gonna make this next one because I missed the last one, and I can tell. Because I've been wanting to knock people with a hug. So it's okay not to be okay.
Fourth Monday.
Yeah, this month it's gonna be on the 24th, the day after the outlet. So it'll be on the 24th this month. It's okay to not be okay. Zion Hope Gym.
Yes, that's good.
Free food, we will feed you.
Oh, they do feed. I love it. I love it. So we thank you so much for stopping in with us, Mr. Antonio Royster.
Yeah.
We say thank you. Now, did you sign the wall? Did you sign the wall?
We're gonna sign off.
We're gonna sign off.
Bye to the people.
Bye.